Bolo here with Real-Time Horsemanship. We're back in Plant City at the Free Spirit Rescue. This is going to be our third installment, a video installment of working with a wild Mustang. We're back with Apollo, and we got a halter on him last time, so now we're going to work on a few more things after we do that today. So again, part 3, working with a wild Mustang. We'll be right back. Hi, Bolo here with Southeastern Mounted Shooters Association. Too many horses are abandoned, neglected, abused, and just otherwise unwanted. And if it weren't for the local equine rescues, these horses would have a hard time finding a home or maybe even be destroyed. Okay, so seek out your local equine rescue. Support them any way you can, whether it's just donations, spend some time there, donate your time, or whatever you can do to support them. Please do, and we appreciate it, all right? And again, from myself and Southeastern Mounted Shooters Association, support the equine rescues. Hi, Bolo here with Real-Time Horsemanship. And here we are with part 3. Working with a wild Mustang. Again, we're back at Free Spirit Rescue in Plant City again. Again, I hope you catch parts 1 and 2. Kind of sets us up for what we're doing right here with part 3. Again, and this is Apollo. Hey buddy. And in part 1, again, we talked about how he got here. We talked about BLM, Bureau of Land Management, what the horses have to go through just to get to this point, what the horse went through to get here. And then in part 2, again, we just kind of carried that on. In part 1, we couldn't get a halter on, but they gotta allow us to get near them and touch them to get the halter on. So in part 1, we were able just to get near him and touch him. In part 2, we were able to touch him and then also desensitize him enough to get the halter on. So we've got the halter on now, all right? So see, he's still not real comfortable with everything. But we do have the halter on, so we have some degree of control over him at this point here. So, and again, just to carry this on, remember he has a genuine distrust of humans, and this is what we got to try to eliminate, try to fix. All right. Now, what we're going to do today, now we're able now to get a halter on this horse, so we have a little better control. But at any given time, and remember on part 2, I discussed. I did not want to throw a lariat or rope the horse or stress the horse out any more than I have to. I'd rather him allow me to come up to him and put this halter on, which is what we did in part 2. All right. Now we can get the halter on on a fairly easy basis. Okay. And I'm not going to kid you. Before we came on camera right here, we had to kind of go run around a few times again and go through the process again of getting the halter on, but it went a lot quicker than last time. So the more you do it, the quicker it will be and the easier it will be, and the more he trusts what we're doing. So, but we want to start here with the halter on, okay? So you can see he's still kind of jumpy. He's still nervous. That's okay, buddy. It's okay. Remember, I always say your body language is everything, okay? Keep your body language nice and your energy low, your body language relaxed. Believe me, there are experts at reading your body language. And I want to communicate to him, say, hey, I'm okay, everything's cool, we're good. Now, what I'm going to do right now that we've got the halter on, I need to start again getting him more and more desensitized to me, my tools, just humans. And I need him more relaxed and not worrying about things so much. Okay, so I'm going to start there, and I'm going to start doing kind of some of the things I was already doing before we put the halter on. But now I can do it with a little more control. And also, just like before, I want you to always remember that at any given time now, and he may very well want to pull back on me and run. If he wants to pull back on me and run, I will let him. I'm not going to fight him. I don't want to create any more stress in his life at this point. So it's real simple. Even though I have the halter and I have the rope in my hand, that doesn't mean I'm going to force the issue. So if he wants to turn and run, or pull away from me, I'm just going to drop it and let him go. He can carry it, and I'm going to work him just like I did in part 1 and 2. We're going to work him around the rail, and again, it's going to be a decision on his part as to whether he wants to work or come and let him stand here with me, and let's have this little conversation about getting comfortable with each other. All right. See right now, it's just again, even putting my hands on it, it's still a little bit of an issue right now. All right, there we go. Good boy, good boy. There we go. There we go. All right. So what I'm going to do, and now remember, if he does anything, I'm just going to let him go. We'll work him, and he'll drag this around, and I'll regather him up. So I'm going to start doing it right now. I'm going to start descending. So I'm going to take my stick and string. I'm just going to start doing this. Is kind of what you do normally to most any horses. Just again, working a wild Mustang or a feral horse really is no different than working any other horse. Okay, you're on my string. There we go. You're on my string. There we go. Up. There's no different than working any other horse. The only difference is your knowledge of the horse's background. So you have to take that in consideration to keep yourself safe. A domestic horse that has not been trained, has not been broke, as they say, is a clean slate. They're so much easier. Everybody knows I enjoy working young colts for the first time. It's a clean slate, clean blackboard. Nothing, hopefully nothing negative has stressed them out in their life to that point, and then it's just a matter of teaching them what we want them to do. It's much easier starting a colt than it is having to deprogram a horse, particularly a feral horse such as this, of a rough start. Remember how these Mustangs are. Okay, how these Mustangs are rounded up out west, and this guy here is truly one of those. They use the helicopter, and then they push them through chutes like cows, and they load them on trucks and the transportation, and that's all the first contact they have with humans. It's pretty bad. Good. Here we go. So, and again, all I'm doing now is sensitizing. I want to get him relaxed. Right now, that's number 1 on the agenda. I'm going to start teaching him a few things here. We'll try. But above anything else, and again, I hammer this to everyone, the 3 things I always want from a horse is respect, focus, and trust. Now again, this horse here, I have his respect. He's been pretty respectful to me. I've taught him to keep the butt at the other end. You see he's staying on my space adequately. He's not trying to kick out at me or charge me or strike me or bite me. He's really being a pretty good boy. And from the focus aspect, that's pretty good. Again, if there's one thing he does, he keeps an eye on me. If you see him tension up every time that string goes across there. So I'm just going to stand here, and this is kind of the boring part of training. At least if you do it correctly, it should be boring. People like the excitement of seeing a horse rear up in the air and go crazy, jump over fences and buck, drag the cowboy around. That makes for good dramatic entertainment. But truly training horses, I'd rather it be event-free. I don't ever want it to get to that point. So when I see a horse starting to get a little too tight, too tense, not always, no, not always. Here we go. All right. Here we go. For a minute. Walk up. See if I can let me pet him. Good boy. Yep. Maybe not. Good boy. All right. Good boy. know. Good boy. Good boy. Good. Good. All right. Like I said, just break it up a little bit. Kind of go back at it a little bit. But as I was saying, respect, focus, trust. The guy's respect, focus has not become an issue. That was good. There we go. But now really it gets down really mostly to trust. Come on, buddy. Come on. You don't know what that means. There we go. Yeah, come up that pressure. Just a little bit. Yeah. It's all right. It's all right. There we go. And keep in mind, his left side, he's way more guarded. So we're gonna work on that. Probably more than his right side. Let's go and turn him around where you can see better. There we go. In a perfect world, horse training should really be uneventful. And to get there, I'm going to remind everyone of the 5 things I always tell people as a trainer, or just as a horse owner for that matter, particularly a trainer. There's 5 things the horse deserves from you. Number 1, patience. If you don't have patience, you're in the wrong business. If you don't have patience, don't even work with horses. I'll get you back up a bit. You don't know that either. It's all right. We'll teach you. The next thing after patience is consistency. I'm very consistent in everything I do. My body language, when I ask him to go, turn right, turn left, whatever, I'm very consistent with him. When I approach him with my body language, I'm very consistent. That's a key component to this. So patience, consistency, then feel and timing. And again, feel and timing is probably one of the most difficult things for most people to grab onto. Usually that comes with experience. Feel and timing is, the best way I can describe it, is being able to read the horse. It's conversation. I communicate with the horse what I want the horse to do with my body language and so on. But the horse is communicating back to me what he's feeling, what he wants to do or doesn't want to do. And I've got to read that also and understand that. That's that communication I always talk about, that communication with the horse. And feel and timing really gets down to it, it's just nothing more than communication. And it's a two-way communication. It's not all what I tell you to do. I've got to listen to what you're telling me. I've always said, when you see somebody get bucked off a horse, what that is a horse trying to communicate to that rider something that apparently the rider didn't understand initially, so the horse put it in a way that the rider understood, so he bucked him off. Now, I'm not saying that anything can happen at any time, no matter what. I understand that. But communication is very, very important. So timing, you can look at timing and feel as really nothing more than really, really good communication. The horse reading me and me reading this horse, knowing when I should put pressure on him, knowing when I should not. All right? I mean, that's kind of the simple of it, and it just takes a little bit of experience to grab onto that. Every horse is different. There is no one size fits all with horses. Every horse is different. Even the same horse on a different day will be different, particularly the mares. They'll be different on a different day. There we go. Good boy. All right, now we're getting a little bit better with this. Now will you let me pet you? Nope, maybe. Here we go. Good boy. Good boy. Good. There we go. There. And again, and I don't know if you can see this on the camera or not, but you see how he tenses up. That's just him being worried, and I'm seeing that. So when I see that, I just kind of relax a little bit. There. And when I see him, right now, if you see him lower his head right here, see his head come down just a little bit right here. He lowers his head. I'll just stop for a minute, take it away, and think about it. Let me get used to my hand. I don't want him afraid of my hands. There. Good boy. Good boy. There. See his head come down just a little bit there. He's blinking a little bit too. That's one of the signs. You probably can't see it on camera too well, but he is. Okay. There we go. Good boy. Good. Okay. There we go. Good. Okay. Now, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna increase the intensity of the pressure I'm gonna put. Again, I want him decent right there. Oh, it's okay. You see what happened just then? I just barely hit the ground with that string. He said, oh crap, I don't want none of that. So that's gonna be I gotta find me a starting point here. So I don't want to do this too hard. I don't want him, again, if he wants to rear back and pull away from me, I'd let him. I just let him go, and I will. He may still. But here's a good example of feeling timing. And I'm reading him. We're having a conversation. I'm telling him, I appreciate if you just stand still and let me just slap the ground with my stick and string. He's telling me, like, I don't think I like this much at all, and I'd like to leave now. And if he wants to leave bad enough, he will, and I'll let him. But we'll catch him, or we'll start over again, and we'll do it again. But now, you see right now, you see he actually took a little half step toward me. Now, see his head come down. And my timing was a little bit off there. I could have been better with that. For all you trainers out there that are good at this, you've seen that little error I made. This is my starting point. I'm gonna watch him out of the corner of my eye. I'm not even looking at him so much. I'm looking at where I'm hitting the ground. I keep an eye on the corner of my eye, but I can feel him more than I can see right here. I feel him. There, he did a good job. Now I'm gonna come back with the strength. See, I just put a little pressure. I'm gonna pet him with that same instrument that I just slapped the ground with. Good boy, good boy, good. Good boy, good boy, good boy, good boy. Now I'm gonna go, yep, here. So you need to learn to come off that pressure just a little bit. So here's that timing and feel there. As soon as he comes off that pressure just a little bit, I give back to him. I'm gonna go back to the ground. So everything I'm doing is consistent with the way I'm gonna train this horse anyway. But I just did it, for example, bringing him in with pressure from the back of his head. Might as well start now. Uh-oh, there we go. Okay, there, he decided to run. Let's run. I'm kind of glad he did that so you can see what I'm talking about. Come on, let's go, come on, you wanted to go, let's go. There we go. And just let him drag it, because there's no sense me trying to hang on to him and create all that stress. Just let him have it. If he wants to run, we'll run. Just because of a halter doesn't mean that I have to hold on to you. Here we go. Come on. That's right. Come on. There we go. There we go. Okay, let's stop him again. There. Now you see him licking his lips. And again, we'll just approach it just like we did when we didn't have a halter on it. No different. Remember the consistency part of this deal. Just like when we didn't have the halter on him. Hey buddy, let's see if I can get him to actually just follow me. He said, but I can't, I got a halter on me. Yeah, you can. All right. Well, either way. Okay. There we go. Come on. All right. Again, I'm gonna try to get him back here in the camera where you guys can see a little bit better what I'm doing. There we go. Now, I got him back where I want him. I'm gonna go back and pet him again. There we go, buddy. It's okay. There we go. There we go. Now, again, that was a good example. I'm kind of glad I did this, as I was speaking about, as I start to do things. He wants to pull back, he can go. Just because I got the halter and lead with my hand doesn't mean I have to hang on to him. Now, again, I'm gonna kind of read him. I'm gonna try to keep it where he doesn't do that again, but if he does, that's fine. We'll just do it again. Now, if he basically stands still for about 10, 15 seconds, and or if he blinked, if you saw that, show me a sign of relaxation, I'm gonna stop, take it away. Rub him with the stick, just rub him. It's just easier with a stick because he's got to get used to my tools anyway. Here we go, good boy. Good boy, good boy. Now, go back out again. Now it's repetition. Okay, where was I? Back to my 5 things. Patience, consistency, timing and feel, dedication. You've got to dedicate yourself to this job. You can't come in here and work one day, then go a month and not do anything. Well, I'm busy. The more you can do this, the more frequently you can do this, the better. As somebody asked me one time, I was doing a demo with Montana, and I said, how long did it take you to train a horse to do that? And I couldn't answer it because it's a difficult question to answer. It all depends on the ability of the trainer. It depends on the horse, and it depends on how often you come out and dedicate yourself to work with that horse. If you work with him 5 days a week, you're a good trainer, decent horse, it can happen pretty quickly. If you're not so good a trainer, got a tough horse, and you work with him once a month, it's gonna take a while. So, it's kind of a hard question to ask. There's so many variables and dynamics involved in that. How long does it take? But the dedication part, if you dedicate yourself, if you got a horse, you dedicate at least, I mean, if you can just dedicate 2 or 3 days a week, just an hour a day, that goes a long way. If you notice, I'm hitting the ground a lot harder, more intensity. Now see right there, just see him just kind of bring his head up. I realized that. I just kind of held on for a second. I did not increase the pressure. I waited. I'm waiting till I see him relax a little bit, or just simply stand still, and I'll stop, take it away, rub him, and get used to it. There we go. There we go. There we go. Now I'm going to change this up just a little bit from slapping the ground. Again, like we did kind of beginning. Here we go. And you can still see him tensing up. Backing away. He's still not exactly comfy with all this. Come on back over here there, buddy. Thank you. There we go. There we go. There we go. I can see right now yielding the hindquarters on the ground is not going to be an issue with him. I think he got that message early. So he's good. There we go. Good boy. Good boy. Take care over your head. Oh, there you go. Very good. Very good. Very good. There we go. Good. Very good. Okay. Now we're just going to come back and we'll start slapping the ground again. You notice a little more intensity. Now I'm going to start, watch my feet, I'm going to start creeping around. See, I'm creeping more around to his, especially that bad side. Creeping around, creeping around. Now he's moving, he's wanting to guard that side. He does good. I feel like this is a good place to stop right here. I'm going to stop, rub him. Good boy, good, 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 good. Now I'll pick it up and go the other way. I'm gonna creep around. He's already kind of turned to that side a little bit. I'm gonna stop right here. There we go, good boy, good, good, good boy, good. There we go, there we go. And like I said, this is the third video session now with him. And I'm gonna try to keep this in order. There, you see him licking and chewing right there? I like that. Good boy. Look at this. Good boy. Oh, maybe. Now remember horse training is 2 steps forward and 1 step back, always. So don't get discouraged if the horse all of a sudden goes right back to some bad thing. Just be patient and go back to your starting point and start over again. Good boy. Good. Remember, I've said this frequently, and I'm going to say it again. This is, especially with these, like this Mustang, it's relationship building. Matter of fact, let me see. Come right over here, buddy. Come right here. See if we can show them. We can show them your tattoo. Again, these Mustangs, they have a brand right on their neck. If you can see it or not there. No, buddy. I don't know if you can see it or not. Maybe not. They have a brand on the neck that can be decoded. Come here, buddy. That can be decoded. You can actually go online and find the code. You have to cut their hair to get it. Hey, buddy. All right. Okay, we won't push that. It gives you a little background on the horse if you ever want to do that with these Mustangs that come from the Bureau of Land Management. Good boy. Good boy. Uh-oh. Yep. Okay. Yep. See my stick hit that buckle and it kind of scared him a little bit. So let's go back and do it again. Okay. And again, I want the feet to stand still. And hopefully see him relax just a little bit. Maybe not, but or if he just stands still for about 10 seconds or so, I'm good with that. Now the timing was a little off there again. Again, nobody's perfect. So I stopped right the instant his head come up, which I should have kept going at that point. Again, my fault. There we go. There we go. Feet stand still and you relax. There. There's two things I want from a horse. First and foremost, just to be able to stand still and relax. I can go from there. Here we go. Good. All right. Now I'm gonna kind of put the stick down for a second. I'm gonna go back to the rope. It's a different thing. And this will help me next time with this rope again when I go to put the halter on. Because this is what I use to put the halter. Need this rope. There we go. There we go. I'm going to do this, and this will again make it a lot easier on the next session. I'll come here to actually put this halter back on again. So I want him to be very relaxed and desensitized around this rope. Here we go, buddy. There we go. Well, that was nice. There we go. There. And life can be pretty good. The rope. Around his legs. Over him. Because he's worried about my hand coming up there pretty fast, especially on that side. That's all right. There we go. He still has a tendency to want to back up. And it's okay, I'll go with him if he wants to back up. Again, I'm never, ever force an issue with a horse. I suggest you never, ever force the issue. It has to be the horse's decision. We just have to convince them that our decision is the best choice. There. There, good boy. Okay, all right. That's gonna be about it for I think this session here. It's been pretty quiet. I don't want to push it too much. He's doing pretty well. Now you see looking and chewing a little bit, blinking. Now his head's coming down. He just heard me say I was going to end this session. Ha! Yeah, I see you. All right, buddy. So now the trick. Now here we go. As usual, we got the halter on. We got to take the halter off. So, good boy. Come here. Shh. Here. All right, come here. Come. There we go. They say he's really guarded on this side. So what we're going to do here is, there we go. Good boy. There we go. Now once I get the halter off, he can just do what he wants to do. There we go. There. There. Now before I leave, you want me to pet you one more time? Good boy. Good boy. All right. Okay, all right, there we go. So, part 3, working with the wild Mustangs. We're going to end it right here, give him a little break, and we'll look forward to part 4. We're just going to continue on this desensitizing mode. Again, now that we can get a halter on him, and again, we'll settle down, and we'll see how that goes. So, all right, we'll see you in part 4. Part 4, working with a wild Mustang. Appreciate it. Bolo, real-time horsemanship.